Hello everyone, and thank you so much for clicking on the video. Really quick though, before we start, I just wanted to let you know this isn't a brand new episode. This is an episode we recorded back in January of 2023, back when we were focusing only on releasing the audio end of the podcast. Now, anytime we record a podcast, we record the video end as well, but typically just logged it away. Well, within the past few years, I'm cultivating the YouTube and getting them all released, all these videos we've been sitting on, this being one of them. So I just wanted to throw that out there quick to explain why I wasn't addressing the camera too much and why the background looks so different. But I think that's all there is to say. So without any further ado, here's our conversation with James Rolfe, the angry video game nerd. Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Canned Air, your tribute to pop culture. I am Jeremy Colley.
And I'm Randy Hardenbrook.
And returning to the show today to hang out and to tell us all about his new autobiography, a movie-making nerd from Cinemassacre.com, the angry video game nerd himself, James Rolfe. James, thanks so much for being back, man.
Oh, hi. Yeah, well, thanks for having me back.
Looking very much forward to today's episode. In our Retro Roundtable, we're going to be going around talking about some of our favorite autobiographical movies. And there's a lot of films I forgot about when I was researching for this retro, and I'm extra excited to hear what you guys have on your list. But then after that, we're going to be talking with James all about a movie-making nerd. But before we do anything, don't forget to find us on Twitter at CannedAirPod and on Instagram at canned_air. And if you like the show, want to give us a little bit of your support, head over to cannedairpodcast.com, where there's a merch tab. You can get t-shirts, hats, stickers, all that fun stuff, and a Patreon page where $5 to $10 a month gets you access to hours upon hours of extra content we've been doing over the years. Randy, what else we got?
Again, if you can't support us on Patreon, any review and rating on your podcast player of choice is always helpful. And again, shout out to evergreenpodcast.com, the network we're on, and so happy to be a part of.
All right, Randy, why don't you show us how it's done, sir?
All right, so my first pick for our autobiographical films, and it's kind of fictionalized, I'm sure, but is The Founder. I don't know if you guys have seen it.
Oh, I love that movie.
Oh, no, I haven't.
So it's about about Ray Kroc, the kind of spearhead of McDonald's, and he's played by Michael Keaton, which is just freaking hilarious because he pulls off kind of the Ray Kroc asshole so well. But there's also Nick Offerman in it, who plays one of the McDonald brothers, and it's kind of a lighthearted documentary film. But yeah, it's just it kind of goes into some detail, and it's just kind of the progression of Ray starting out, meeting McDonald's brothers, and then kind of building the empire. So it's a good watch. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it's got some other actors and actresses in it. I think the actress that played Ellie from Jurassic Park is also in it as Ray's first wife.
Oh, Laura Dern?
Yeah, thank you. But yeah, it's a good watch. I believe it's streaming on Netflix right now. So
it is, and it's a damn good watch. And, like you said at the top of that, a lot of these movies take liberties, to make the movie a little more entertaining. I doubt you're going to find one of these kind of films that's going to be spot on accurate all the way through. But I've heard that one, The Founder, is pretty darn close.
Is it?
Yeah, at first, when you first said the title, I didn't remember it. But then as soon as you started describing it, I was like, oh, yeah, that is it.
It's hard to believe that there are people out there kind of like that. I mean, it's double-sided coin. Like, yeah, it's kind of shitty what Ray Kroc did to those guys, but at the same time, we wouldn't have, McDonald's. There would be no McDonald's like there is today. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, I don't know, but I seem to enjoy it sometimes. All right, James, how about you, man?
Oh, man. Well, I think my all-time favorite is probably Ed Wood. When it comes to movies that are or like a biographical one, like biopic, and like you said, takes many liberties. It's sort of one of those things where it's like, it's not very accurate. It's sort of like in a Tim Burton world. It's very surreal, and things just happen in sort of like an unnatural way. Like it kind of doesn't really even exist in reality, but it definitely pays tribute to Ed Wood and kind of gives him his his dues. He kind of like didn't really see success during his life, but all his work is being celebrated like after his death. And if only he was around to see it today, how beloved he is.
Right. How old is that film?
94. So that would be do the math there.
About 29 years old.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yep, coming up on 30 years.
Wow. So that movie's always been on my radar, just because I'm like you, a huge fan of Plan 9 from Outer Space. My son and I watched that not too long ago, and he was getting a kick out of it. But is that movie, does that span his whole career, or is it just kind of that era of Plan 9?
Oh, just that era. It kind of,
okay.
It shows Glenn or Glenda, Bride of the Monster, and then it ends with Plan 9 being like his opus. And that's really like the best way to end it, because if you've seen any of his stuff after that, it's like, I mean, Plan 9 was, even though they always call it the worst film ever, it's Ed Wood's best movie.
It's so good. I mean, it's so campy, and I just from like the police officer scratching his gun or his head with the gun, and the freaking UFOs with the strings, like it's a good watch.
yeah. Oh, they're just like lines of dialogue that are priceless, and it's one of those repeat watch movies. Like the more you see it, it just gets like in your head, and it just gets funnier and funnier.
I'll have to see if that's on streaming. I've never seen that film.
No, the original Plan. Well, the original Plan 9. There is a remake. I was in, actually.
Oh, no shit!
Really?
Oh yeah. That was in. Let's see, when was that? Like early 2010s. Like I would say 2011 or 12 was when I filmed it, or when my scenes were filmed.
That's freaking sweet.
Yeah,
Check that out.
Yeah, for sure. I didn't know that even happened. That's awesome.
Yeah, so people are always paying tribute to Ed Wood, and even discovering a lot of his work. That's been like, I mean, literally discovering, like they find lost Ed Wood films all the time now. So it's like
to this day, really.
Yeah. Like his entire career is almost happening like in after death. So
it's such a crazy thing, isn't it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's a great Ed Wood, the Tim Burton film is really great. I mean, that's one of my favorites. I actually just recently watched The Fabelmans. It's like really fresh in my mind, like I just saw it, which is sort of semi-autobiographical. Spielberg. Have you seen that one?
No.
Oh yeah, it's pretty good. It's really worth seeing. Yeah, I mean, I would describe it, but I just like, I would just say just go see it. It speaks for itself. But
fair enough.
It's more like a family drama, but filmmaking has an aspect in it of how it affects everybody and how it, it relates to everything that's going on in his family. Like I don't know how much of it Spielberg actually went through, but it's, from what I understand, it's like, it's semi-autobiographical.
Okay.
That's the one that just came out, right?
Yeah, it came out like last December or like late last year.
I'm gonna have to. Is that on streaming? Do you know?
Yeah, it just came out. I think I watched on Amazon Prime.
I will be watching.
I mean, I don't know if it's. I think you have to rent it, but yeah, it's on there.
Yeah.
Okay.
It looked good from the trailer, so I'm interested to see it. But yeah, like you said, how much of it's accurate, how much of it's just liberties. All the same, though, it looks awesome.
Mm-hmm.
My pick's going to have to be, have you guys seen Steve Jobs, the Michael Fassbender Steve Jobs film?
I have. And I've also seen the Ashton Kutcher one, and I have a feeling you and I are going to get into it, but go ahead.
Well, I mean, I enjoyed both films, but the one with Michael Fassbender, Kate Winslet, Jeff Daniels, and Seth Rogen was by far my favorite. Like James was saying, that was a multiple watch kind of a film. I adored it, especially Michael Fassbender and Jeff Daniels' dialogue together. It was just so freaking good. But again, I've heard a lot of liberties were taken with that story. A lot of it happened out of order and stuff like that.
I almost threw the Ashton Kutcher one, Jobs, on my list. And it's kind of the same for me. I think I've heard that the one with Fassbender's more accurate as far as his portrayal of Jobs, but I don't know. I just like the Ashton Kutcher one just for the whole plot and just kind of it's through his old life, and I think the Fassbender is more condensed into like a specific
Keeps
period.
jumping around through time to like different big moments in his life of his career. But again, you know, what's Wozniak? What's his first name? I can't remember.
Steve.
I saw an interview with him after the movie came out, and he goes, "Yeah, a lot of this stuff happened, but definitely not like this, and definitely not at this point in time. But still, a damn good movie. I would watch it a third time. I really would.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, it's awesome." Randy, what do you got?
So my next pick, and it's kind of like a gray area because it's more like a sports autobiography type thing, but and not really. It's fictionalized, but A League of Their Own with Tom Hanks, Gina Davis, and Madonna and Rosie O'Donnell.
Oh wow!
Which talks about the women's baseball league during World War II. And it's one of those movies that my wife and I quote to our kids all the time. There's a scene where
like, what the
Tom
hell
Hanks,
are you talking about, Dad?
Tom Hanks is the coach, and there's a scene where one of the girls gets, I think, hit or gets yelled at or something, and she starts crying, and Tom Hanks just goes, "There's no crying in baseball," just over and over. And yeah, it's a very comedic take on kind of that whole period, but it's awesome. If you guys haven't seen it, check it out.
Definitely aware of it.
I remember when that came out. I don't think I've ever seen it, but I remember the trailers and everything.
It's a good watch, and I mean, I think that was like early '90s that came out, but yeah, Tom Hanks is just it's classic Tom Hanks in it.
Oh,
Tom
cool.
Hanks is always
he's always good.
Yeah,
always classic.
Man, there's a lot of them I haven't thought of. Yeah, because like there's some things that you don't think at first is like a biopic in any way, but sometimes they're kind of loosely inspired by something that really happened, or
right.
You know, my favorites always tend to be the filmmaking ones, as you can tell. There's another there's another really good one that's like almost up there with Ed Wood, Disaster Artist.
I saw that in the theater. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah, it came out like a few years ago or so. Man, that's funny. That's funny stuff. Crazy stuff too. But yeah, that one, which is about Tommy Wiseau or Wiseau.
Yeah. Okay.
It was James Franco, right?
Yeah, James Franco plays Tommy Wiseau, and it's basically about the making of The Room, which is modern cult films. Truly ridiculous movie that nobody can really describe or make sense of. But he's
tearing my heart out, Lisa.
Yeah. You ever see it live? You see The Room with Tommy Wiseau in person?
It's on YouTube, isn't it? Or it used to be
itself, or like a screening of it.
Just the movie itself. I've never like been to an actual screening of it. No.
Oh, okay. Well, the movie itself, I'm not sure. I think it's hard to find actually, because you can only see it either on DVD or live. Last I checked.
Oh, okay.
I mean, the live screenings are hilarious because he does a Q&A and he doesn't answer any question. He just follows it up with some like ridiculous, comeback. But yeah, it's so funny. I mean, the movie itself, I wouldn't recommend unless you're like watching it with a crowd or something. But Disaster Artist is incredible. I mean, that's a great, telling of the making of the film.
Yeah, it is.
I totally forgot about that. I'll have to check that out.
There was always like a big mystery as to how he got all the money to even make that movie happen. Was that ever like answered or established? Did they ever figure out where his money came from?
No, I don't think so. And even in the movie, they address that, how they don't know where his money comes from, and he just buys all his equipment. He doesn't rent anything, and he just just throws money at everything, and nobody knows where it all came from. And like they also like address they don't even know where he's from. He kind of like, well, he tells everybody he's from New Orleans, but his accent doesn't sound anything like
No.
New Orleans.
He's not from New Orleans.
It's just such an interesting character. You can't, the thing is, you can't ever tell if he's like joking or if it's like, this is like a, you know, a character he's playing or he's putting on a performance. You just can't tell. And that's what makes it so fascinating.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love it when actors do that. Shit, who was that Joaquin Phoenix, when he appeared on Letterman and kind of those glasses and the and just totally, I think he was in character for a movie, if I remember right. Or his next.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it was called, but yeah, it was him, and wasn't it like Casey Affleck did the movie?
Maybe. I just remember the Letterman and just how like totally just off the wall that interview was.
Yeah, because he kept being
there's certain celebrities where you don't really know what, like
Yeah.
you can't tell who the real person is. Like I know, like yeah, like I think probably the most famous example that I could think of in like recent history was Robin Williams, where every talk show, every time he ever appeared, he was always kind of like doing impressions and he was in character all the time. Going back even further, Jonathan Winters was a lot like, he was kind of like the original Robin Williams. Same way, just always doing voices, and like you never really got to see who the real guy was. And then there's people who are really weird, like Crispin Glover. Like, have you ever seen him?
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen him live before. I'll never forget it.
Did you really? What was the circumstance there?
It was weird, man. It was really weird.
I bet.
It was at the Monster Mania convention in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. And he did like a live, basically like a performance. He showed this totally bizarre film, and he did like some kind of slideshow thing where he kind of like performed in front of it. Then he did a Q&A, and I just remember everything down to the Q&A. Like I could never tell, like, is he for real? Like, yeah. I don't know.
I believe that. I'm sure you've seen the Clowny Clown video he did.
Yeah.
That's some weird shit. That's like nightmare fuel right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely is one of those people you can never like, is this guy for fucking real? And I've never even seen him live, just like interviews. Did you ever see that old interview he did on Letterman? Like when Letterman was just starting, and he came onto the show wearing like a long wig, and he had a big like window box full of insects, and like everyone kept laughing at him. He's like, "Why you laughing?"
Yeah, I forgot about that. Holy shit!
One where he had like it was like these really big shoes, like these like platform or like high heel shoes.
Yes.
With like I forget what else he was wearing, but there was like a whole get up that, you know. But it wasn't so much like what he wore, but it was kind of like just the way he acted, like where every question or every, you know, nothing was ever answered like seriously. It was right. It was just strange, you know, but where you couldn't tell if like, okay, this is, you know, this is a gag, this is a performance. It kind of seemed like it was just so in the moment that it was almost like this is the real thing.
Sure. It makes me think of like Andy Kaufman, because he was kind of the same way, but then there was a point, typically, not always, but typically, where you could be like, okay, he's just fucking around. And this guy, yeah, you could not get a read on him, even all these years later. No, you can't get a read on him.
Yeah, and you can't get a read on him. Yeah, that's the best way to put it. Jim Carrey, like, you kind of understand what he does. Like, he's like, I'm going to play Andy Kaufman. I'm going to go all the way with it. So on set, he would just be full Andy Kaufman, like the whole time. And that's him. That's his method. But you kind of know where he's coming from with it, at least.
Right.
Yeah.
Another one I'm going to have to rewatch.
Oh, Man on the Moon?
Yeah.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Love that movie. And then there was the documentary about the making of it, which you were just referencing there.
Him and Andy.
Yeah, yeah. Which was good. There were parts of it that kind of had me scratching my head. Like when they talked to Jerry Lawler and like because Jim Carrey was just assaulting him like the second he arrived, and he's like, Andy didn't really do that. We were pals. So
yeah. Uh-huh.
There's a little thing called kayfabe there, Mr. Carey.
Yeah. Yeah, he definitely took it too far.
Yeah, no doubt.
And I think he wasn't really I can't think of any other movie he did before that where he played a real person, because like usually it was like a character, so it was all like imagination.
You're
But this
right.
was one where he was like going back to any evidence he could find, any recording of Andy Kaufman, like just anything, and just got himself into that mindset where I'm Andy Kaufman, and he never got out of it for the duration of that production.
Yeah. There's another film, not that I really want to spend too much time on it, that's very popular right now, the Elvis film. And from what I'm understanding is Austin Butler, even long after the production, he isn't losing his Elvis voice. He's kind of staying in that character.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like any interview you see, he still sounds just like Elvis. So seems like it's there to stay with him.
Oh, it's permanent now.
Yeah. It's not going away.
Well, yeah, I mean, all these actors have different methods, and it's interesting.
It definitely is.
I can't imagine the amount of work and stuff that actors put themselves through to portray musicians. I think of Rami Malek in Bohemian Rhapsody, just being Freddie Mercury, and just watching tape after tape and trying to lip sync that. I've watched videos where they do a side by side of the Band Aid concert, and it's freaking crazy because he's got that shit nailed down.
It's almost like shot for shot.
Yeah, it really is.
That was a good movie too.
Yeah.
I wish they make more like rock band biopics.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm guessing we might see something like that later. Well, they did The Dirt off of the Motley Crue book. Like stuff like that. I feel like they might start doing it like soon. I feel like some of that stuff is going to start coming because I don't know, like maybe it's like after their lifetime, like they'll make those kind of movies when people realize they miss a lot of those rockers.
Yeah.
Because so many of them are still around. Like the big one, I keep thinking there's got to be like an Ozzy Osbourne like biopic.
Oh, hell yeah.
Ooh,
hell yeah.
I would love to see one about Lemmy, Motorhead.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Or even Stevie Ray Vaughan. I mean, that would be an awesome one too.
Oh, yeah, that'd be good. Guns N' Roses, that'd be a really good one.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that'd be great.
So you guys don't.
God, did you see the Weird Al movie?
Dude, that was the next thing on my list. That was the next thing.
Okay, well, wait. Go for it. Yeah.
Well, I was just going to say the exact same sentence. Did you guys see it? You obviously did.
Yeah.
It is the movie I was not expecting. As soon as we got into it, I was like, what? You start to like think, what's going on? It's the movie you're not expecting, but the movie you should have been expecting because it's Weird Al.
It's the movie we deserve.
And I went into it like so confused too. Like I was like, okay, people are telling me this is not like an actual biopic. I'm like, okay, like, all right, let me see it. And I start watching it. It starts off like really legit where I kind of just forgot. I'm like, oh, I'm watching a biopic, right? And it's got the right, like film grain and everything, just to show you like this was whatever time period he was growing up in the 60s, I'm going to say.
Yeah, late 60s, early 70s, something like that.
Yeah, and he's sitting there at the like dinner table with his parents, and I'm like, oh, this is like the typical scene where they're going to like not approve of what he's trying to do, for a living. And they're like, so me and your father have talked this over, and we've decided, not to let you do anything that you love. And, and I'm just thinking like, oh man, that's fucked up. And then I'm like, oh shit, he tricked me. It's not real. This is like a spoof. So that's why I was laughing, because it just got you in there. And then you realize like, oh, okay, this is, not we're not in reality right now.
Right.
But everything you see in there is typical of like one of these type of movies.
Yeah.
It kind of put me in mind, and I might be off base here, but like this is Spinal Tap, kind of like that same kind of feel.
Yeah.
where it's like, I know that didn't happen, but did it really not happen? You know?
It just
Like,
gets
You
to
know
a
what cracked
point.
me up the most? Like the part that just it made me laugh so hard was, and like, I don't think it's really like a spoiler. There's no way you could really spoil this movie, but just putting that out there, like little spoiler alert for the ending. After it's over and the credits start rolling, and then you see all like real life pictures of Weird Al, and I'm like, oh, okay, so now they're doing like legit, like here's the real guy, here's what really happened. But then the pictures just start getting more and more ridiculous. I'm like, oh, you fuckers, you did it again. Oh man.
Yeah, it was the movie was like a very, very friendly smack across the face, being like, "What did you expect?" You know. But
Oh,
yeah,
the Michael Jackson thing. At first, I'm like, okay, where is this going?
Yeah.
Where he's like, I'm going to do an original song. This is "Eat It." It's original. I'm like, wait, why are they saying it's original? Like,
yeah.
I don't really get the humor of the joke. But then it paid off when Michael Jackson comes out with "Beat It" later,
Yeah.
and then he's like, wait a minute, you mean that kid from the Jackson 5, that washed up has been? Like the song isn't even about food. The song's about like getting into a fight or trying to avoid a fight or something, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. And then
Man.
it just so gradually like almost turns into the UHF, like especially at the end, like with the drug cartel kind of stuff happening. Like
Yeah. He's like shirtless like Rambo and
like,
running around with the machine.
Yeah, his big like hulking muscles and stuff. Like, oh, it was so fucking funny.
Oh man. Yeah, Daniel Radcliffe is great.
He nailed that. He nailed
yes,
that.
he did.
Yeah.
Man, I could talk about that movie for a lot longer, but we got to move on. Were there any other movies that needed to be mentioned before we moved on?
I just wanted you to kind of piggyback on my last pick, Jeremy, because you were the one that kind of introduced it. And I don't know, James, if you've ever seen it, but and it might not be considered an autobiography, but I could make the argument. Windy City Heat.
Oh my God. Have you ever seen that, James?
No.
That one is definitely on YouTube. It's nothing. Well, I see the fine line you're walking, Randy, but it's a practical joke. The whole movie is all these people playing a practical joke on this guy who lives in Hollywood and just wants to be a star. So they pull this practical joke where they're making a movie. He landed the lead role in this movie called Windy City Heat. I think you'd really appreciate it, James. You should check it out.
Yeah, I think you would.
Cool.
But it kind of bled into, they do a podcast now, so that
they did, and they don't do it anymore. But
okay, well, yeah, I guess that's kind of where I was going with the autobiography of how that kind of came to be.
It's entertaining. It's funnier than hell. But it's one of those things where I can't possibly, no matter what I say to people about that movie, I just kind of get like I'll check it out. But I can't possibly begin to fully explain the movie. It's something that you just have to take a chance on and watch. Like it's so different, but fucking funny. It's all of Jimmy Kimmel's friends are the ones who do it. All right. I think that's...
there's one that just to mention quickly, just because I could hear in my head 1,000 voices shouting like, oh, you got to mention American Movie. But it's a documentary, though. I don't know if this fits into the category.
Anything fits.
Actual.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, anything fits. Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, if you want to look at one that's not like, how do I say, like dramatized, it's just a documentary. It's like just the real thing. But American Movie is like in my top 10 favorite films ever. It's kind of like my filmmaking Bible because it's all about just a guy trying to make a movie. And, it's hard to explain why it's so good, but it's just one amazing quote after another. And it's just constantly funny. But yeah, so American Movie is definitely like up there.
I'll be watching that. I've never even heard of that, but
cool. Well, I'm happy to introduce it. Yeah. Next time when you want like just a straight up filmmaking documentary that's funny, a little bit like Spinal Tap in that kind of way. But it's real. It's all real. Check it out.
I'm in. It's on the list.
Cool.
Very good. I got a lot of movies to watch and rewatch now, it would seem.
Oh, cool.
James, thanks again for being here, man. Hope you're having a great time.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Thank you.
And just want to say kudos on the book. The book was fantastic. It was a great read. And boy, you really open yourself up in that book. You really tell quite a bit in that book. Very well-rounded read. I loved it. I think we both did.
Yes,
thank you.
But of course, we
Awesome.
want to grill you on some of the stuff we read in the book, if that's all right.
Sure.
The first thing I've got is in chapter 1, you're talking about when you were a child, a lot of the nightmares that you had and figures you'd see in your room as a result of experiencing like bouts of sleep paralysis. And you end that part of the chapter saying that you were left with one big question on your mind. How can I make other people see the same things I was seeing? And I know years later, you had talked about the neck-stretching ET monster that eventually made it into the AVGN movie. But were there any other characters or ideas that came from those dreams or sleep paralysis that ended up making it into any of your other projects?
Any of the dreams that made it into other projects? Not yet. There's none that I can think of right now, and it's kind of disappointing to me that I don't have those dreams anymore. In a strange way, because it was such a it was just fuel for imagination and creativity. But I mean, back then I was so young to it's hard to understand those things. But sometimes I'll think about that. I'm like, man, I wish I could still see that stuff because it would be very helpful for,
content,
horror movie ideas and stuff like that. Yeah.
Sure.
But I've talked to other people since too, who are like, oh yeah, I had that myself, sleep paralysis and like just seeing weird shit in the room move. There's one part that's kind of funny where I didn't write this in the book, but it just came to mind. One time I had this poster of Michelangelo, the live action Ninja Turtle movie.
Okay.
And it was like Michelangelo holding a pizza and he's like on the poster. And I remember seeing that move when I was in sleep paralysis. So you're on your bed and you can't move for like, it feels like an eternity, but it's only like a few seconds. And you're laying there and I saw Michelangelo come out of the poster, but it wasn't cool. It wasn't like, oh wow, cowabunga, dude. Like it wasn't fun. No, I was like freaked out. Like, oh no, fuck this.
Yeah, he's coming out of the wall. Yeah, that'd be fucking horrifying.
Yeah. I'm just like you're trying to make yourself move and you can't. You're just like frozen. Hasn't happened to me since I was a kid. But
that's what I was going to ask because there are people that deal with that all their life.
Yeah. So I've never had it as an adult. I think I might have briefly had it as an adult, like maybe in my 20s or something, but it was very brief and very non-remarkable.
I see.
Unremarkable is the word I'm looking for.
Gotcha.
In the book, you'd mentioned, your first real job that you had, and that kind of a boss that was kind of, we'll say, difficult to work with. And you were kind of talking about your experience through that, and kind of the catalyst that made you leave that job was one particular event. And in the book, you mentioned it was kind of a story in of itself. I guess it had something to do with maybe he put you guys in like a questionable legal position or something like that. I was just curious if you'd be able to share that, or if that, you weren't able to.
Yeah, I don't think I can, but
Okay.
it would totally be on him though, not me. But still, it's just like one of those things where he was a shady boss. I'll just put it that way. He was a shady boss. He was looking to save money. He was looking to cheat the system, cut corners. The guy was nuts. He was
yeah, it was
sure
that
sounded like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then throughout the book, you had also, mentioned your love of classic horror movies and, TV host Joe Bob Briggs. And Cinemassacre has put out another series called, Monster Madness. And, I've binge watched that multiple times. I love it. And you actually had the opportunity to record, I think it was just one episode with Mr. Briggs. Is there any way you could kind of talk about that experience, or just kind of like what led up to that?
Oh, like meeting Joe Bob Briggs?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's see. Well, going back, because these things happen kind of slowly sometimes, where we had contact with him. I think I think we noticed like he followed me on Twitter, and like we had a few exchanges via like social media, and then eventually his producer reached out to me on The Last Drive-In. So I've spoken with a lot of his people who worked on The Last Drive-In, and this was when it was in development also. And I had some phone calls with them, and we kind of just talked about like, they were just interested in some promotion for the show. We've talked about having me on too. But lots of things have happened, and then it was pre-COVID also. That kind of set every schedule of everything I've ever had just behind after that. But we talked about it, and we were like, hey, can we get Joe Bob over here? Can we get him down from New York and film something with him sometime? So we made it happen, and he's been here a couple times, and yeah, he's always great. He's just so much fun to talk to on and off camera. He's awesome.
I imagine the stories he have are just just out of this world.
Yeah.
Now, you had also said in the book that how Board James was one of your favorite projects you've ever worked on. And I'd have to agree that, man, it's fucking awesome. Love that series. Had so many of those games. But I was just curious, is there ever a possibility that you'll revisit Board James? Because, I mean, tabletop gaming has really seemed to come back around in the past 10 to 15 years. Is that something you could ever revisit or would think about revisiting?
Yeah, it depends how you're thinking of it. Because if you're talking about tabletop gaming and stuff, like, yeah, like doing board game reviews is totally like a thing that could be done. But with Board James, I feel like it's more about a story. It's more about the character. Board games are in it as like, the thing that moves the plot forward, but it's more about the character. And I feel like if I'm going to do any more, I want it to be like big and epic. Like I have like I have thoughts about it. Like I actually have like an idea of like a prequel series, but the only way to do it would be to like stop everything else, like stop Nerd, stop anything that provides a consistent source of income, and just dedicate to Board James to make it like as awesome as it needs to be. Like I'm thinking like TV series, like like a Breaking Bad-esque like series.
Oh shit!
Really serious, like really gritty, and just like
Breaking Bucket.
Yeah. But I don't see myself doing it anytime soon. I'll probably make an original film, like a new film instead. But I'm also happy with how the series wrapped up. Like it's kind of sacred to me.
Sure.
Where the story, it has an ending, and it's sort of this self-contained series where I don't have the luxury with like, well, like the Nerd keeps on going. The Nerd's gonna just keep on going and going and going. But Board James, it's kind of like I was able to make that decision of like, okay, well, this is the end. This is the final chapter, and just leave it like that. Right. Kind of like when Seinfeld stopped his show, it was like, well, I want to stop right now while it's on top, and like, leave it as is. So yeah, basically it's like I haven't shut the door on Board James completely, but it's unlikely right now that I'll continue it, because if I do, I want to do it right.
Understand.
Yeah. Right as in like my way, in a very unpredictable, dark, serious but funny because it's so dark.
Yeah,
that's one hell of a commercial for something we probably aren't going to see for a long time. God damn, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, the character is so unique because he's so like he's kind of he just wants to play a game, but he's
right.
but his way of playing a game is like so fucked up and is going to involve like torture and God knows what else.
I was cracking up when I got to the chapter about you wrapping up the AVGN movie and the wrap gift they gave you the sign Mr. Bucket. I was like, that is awesome.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, the cast and crew all signed this Mr. Bucket for me.
Yeah, and if any of our listeners don't get that reference, go watch Board James right now.
Yeah, no shit. Speaking of the movie, there was a part where you said, you had sent a letter to Steven Spielberg's people requesting the permission to be able to use the likeness of E.T. from the cartridge in the game, and that you got a letter back like just days before shooting saying, sorry, but he doesn't want to be involved with the project, which then in turn made you, have to tweak the way the name is, make your own alien. I'm very curious, and there's probably
interested or something. It was like something like it was like a one line, like Mr. Spielberg doesn't have the time or is not interested, something like that.
Yeah. And how nervous you had to have been being so close to filming. But I mean, what you came up with worked fucking well. It was hilarious. I love to look at that alien, the mock game you guys did. It was fucking funny. But one thing I'm curious about is because even when it shows the actual title screen of the Atari game, it's like there was a mustache on E.T. to kind of differentiate the original. So then how were you able to get away with, at the end of the film, doing the actual review of the game?
Oh, well, same thing. It was all like mocked up.
Was it really?
Yeah, it was all mocked up. Unless you see like the version, we put like a version on YouTube of as like a game review with the real footage.
Okay.
But if you look at the actual movie, it's like all changed. But yeah, it's like the rights to that kind of stuff is so complicated because everything with this movie went through with like a fine-tooth comb,
right?
Like to like make sure everything was proper and legal, and it was more like a formality, like everything. Like so, to get the rights to a game for Atari, first of all, was complicated because Atari went through so many different ownerships.
Sure.
Over the years, they even changed ownership during the making of the film. But then also, any game that was based on a movie, like the rights went back to the movie studio. And it was like, okay, we're only asking about an Atari game. Now we got to go to the movie studio. Oh wait, now we have to ask Steven Spielberg. Like this is getting ridiculous now. It's like, come on, we're not gonna get in touch with Steven Spielberg. I mean, we tried, but it's just not. It's not easy.
Right.
Yeah, he's a little bit of a busy guy. So
no shit. Especially with the movie we were just talking about a little bit ago. I mean, he's a busy guy even to this day.
Yeah.
Man. You had me fooled. I mean, at the very end of the film, that really looked like you were playing the game. Like it looked like the real deal. All right. You talk about how all through the movie, it was turning into a nightmare. That it was much more than you anticipated, and it was a nightmare for you. But that you're able to now look back on the experience and everything you learned very fondly. And you also, at another point in the book, say, you comment on how your passion for something over the years changes as you grow. You're still in love with it, but in a different way or on a different level. Do you ever see yourself with any project, not just AVGN, but any project, dedicating the same amount of work and stress that you experience making that film?
Oh, the Nerd movie? Oh,
yeah.
No way. It's never going to happen like that again. Like I will see to it all the things I learned from that movie that I'm not going to go through that hell again. Yeah. So like the second movie is going to be, I have to get it all under control where none of that shit's going to happen again. So like it's a much smaller type of movie. Like everything else I've thought of is like, okay, the Nerd movie is just insane. Like there's so much shit going on in it. It was just like a hard movie to make. Like everybody we took that script to was like, you're insane for trying to make this.
Hey, go big or go home, right?
Yeah, and that's what it is. It's like, okay, look, it needs to be crazy. This needs to be the independent blockbuster film. Like, just go completely nuts with it. That was the whole idea, and we did it.
Damn well, too. What a great film.
Yeah. And it was specifically the nightmare part was really like when we were filming in LA. But once we filmed on the East Coast after that movie, after like the main shoot was done, all like the pickup shots and everything else, like especially when we did the monster scenes, we just filmed it in like a warehouse on the East Coast, and it was so much fun when we did that. Which now, when we filmed those scenes, it was about like 10 years ago now, and that was like where it felt like classic Cinemassacre again to me.
Right.
So the last leg of shooting was like more what I was comfortable with. Small crew, you know, just not a lot of bullshit going on. It was just fun, and it was just friends all coming together and just having a good time. So that was great. And we met a lot of new people. Like we met so many friends on that set. You know,
I bet.
it was awesome.
That's sweet.
Yeah. So a lot of the people from LA, you know, I still talk to them from time to time, and we're like, man, like I can't wait till we do something else again. So yeah.
You're like, we just got to tone it down.
Yeah, I'm not going to the West Coast for this one. Yeah.
Throughout the book, you mentioned some of the other various films you've worked on throughout the years, and some of them, being a classic horror fan myself, just sound right up my alley, like the Kung Fu Werewolves from Outer Space and the Clerks meet the Night of the Living Dead. Is there any place, and maybe I missed this, that we can see those? Or are they on YouTube? I didn't think I saw them on Cinemassacre.com.
You're talking about The Deader the Better, the one that's
Yes. Yeah.
That's definitely online somewhere.
Okay.
I think it was on the other Cinemassacre channel, like the second YouTube one.
Okay.
I think, or it could be on the main channel. I forget.
Okay,
But,
I must have missed those. But yeah, some of those you're talking about in the book, I'm just like, shit, I want to watch that now.
Oh, cool. Thanks. Yeah. Check out The Deader the Better. It was from 2005. Well,
and I think Jeremy found your Snicks films, which are on there as well.
Yeah, there's like 6 of them on there, I believe. One thing I just wanted to comment on, because you weren't doing this, at least to my knowledge, the last time we spoke, which I think was, 2018 or 19 on the show here, but is Rex Viper.
Yeah.
How just entertaining those videos are to watch, how great you guys fucking sound. Your content's amazing. And one thing I was going to ask you, and it's awesome now that you're on screen, because what the question I had for you was about that very guitar over your left shoulder, that Gibson SG with the lightning bolts on the neck. It always grabs my attention. So was that guitar, did you custom make that? Was that something you just found hanging on the hook? Can you tell us a little bit about that guitar?
No, it was a purchase, actually. I bought it. It was used, and the person who also sold to me was a fan also.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's sweet. How often do you get to play music?
More often than you'd think, probably, because I'm always learning. I'm always practicing, and just always reaching outside my comfort zone, try something a little more challenging each time, learn a little bit more music theory. So I mess around a lot on my own time, and I always have, but I've done a lot more of it the past few years. So when I started doing when I first released the Rex Viper stuff, I was like relatively new to a lot of the things I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think, where am I going with this?
I've been there, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, it seemed like it was something I did on my own time. Like it was always like, hey, well, if you got this fun thing you really enjoy, but you do it in secret, like, why has it got to be secret? Why not put some of it out there? So I was like, people don't know that I have any interest in playing instruments. So I've played drums, I play guitar, and I just mess around with this and that. And I kind of settled on guitar as my instrument of choice, like in recent years. And I was eventually like thinking like, hey, why not? Because I'm having so much fun with it, why not make it public and put out some material?
Sure.
And I'm like, well, what are people going to think? Is it like I thought it was kind of cool because it's kind of like a secret hobby.
Right.
It's like, hey, look at this now. Like I can do this. But I really wanted to like share the celebration of music, movies, and video games like all at the same time. So we make songs that are like uh, songs that are covers of movie themes and video game themes put together,
Mhm.
and it's all just like a big nostalgia trip because that's what we do anyway. Like all these videos that I do, it's always about some kind of nostalgia, and I kind of wanted to express that through uh, music as well. It's just
Good
a
job.
different kind of yeah.
Success.
thank
You did a damn good
Thanks.
job. You all did. They're so much fun to watch, and I would love to have an actual album someday if that's ever in the works.
Oh, it is actually. In fact, I was just working on it a little today.
Nice.
Yeah. It's been yeah. I mean, very slow. That's the way things go.
Yeah.
Very slow process. Um, but we are recording like just a big ass album of covers, and they all kind of have like a training theme, like a montage workout kind of feel to it.
Oh man.
Yeah. So, and it's going to sound a lot better than the music videos too, because since then we've upgraded equipment and everything, and yeah. So I've already recorded a bunch of guitar tracks for it, and it sounds great.
Oh, it's exciting.
The drums are the biggest thing making it sound big because we're recording the drums in a studio this time, and once you get that, you have that to start with, and it's like man, it sounds like the drums are in the room.
Sure. That's incredible, though, especially how you guys do that, being all different spots around the globe. I can't imagine doing it like that.
And doing the album was a lot easier than trying to get together and play because everybody can just do it on their own time.
Sure.
We have a lot of meetings. We talk about it, and we're always talking about ideas and sending tracks to each other to work off of. But it's a slow process, but we're working on it, and we intend to play more shows after the album comes out too.
Awesome.
I've music videos made, but the music videos can't come out because the songs aren't done. We kind of did it backwards. The visual is done, and we have like the demo track on it, but it's like we need to finish it up, and then we plan to just give it to you all at once. Hopefully, so nice. I'm thinking like this summer, later this year. I don't know. I'm kind of done making up guesses, but I think it's definitely this year.
Get a mob of angry fans.
Yeah.
I can see it now when it comes out. I'm going to be like listening to it, sprinting full blast on the treadmill at the gym, just getting into it.
Yeah, that's what it's for. It's going to be great.
I'm stoked.
Yeah.
Stoked. I'm going to be keeping an eye out for that.
Yeah.
James, so I know you spent years kind of compiling and writing and working on the book. I actually bought the Audible audiobook version of it. That's how I was reading it, quote unquote. But I was just curious, was the process any different to record an audiobook of the book for you than kind of your other films and stuff, other projects you've worked on?
It's very similar because it always is kind of the same thing where I write a script and then I voice it.
Okay.
So it felt the same way. It was like, okay, well, here's the book. Now all I got to do is voice it. And other than just taking a long time to read, it wasn't that hard. And then once it was recorded, there wasn't much left for me to do for the audio book. So that part was pretty simple. Also, it was more simple, the idea that it was just like, it's words. It's not like words, but with visuals to go with every word. Because when you're making like a game review or something, it's like, okay, now every word you're going to have to find an image to fit this word because you're watching it as a video. But the book was like, oh, thank God I don't have to like find something for every line of this book.
That makes a lot of sense.
That's especially like the hardest part too, when like movie reviews, it's like you got to find a clip of all the parts you're talking about or some image to fit what it is you're saying.
Sure.
And it has to keep up for the duration of the video. There can't really be a part where, I mean, if there's nothing, if you have nothing to show, you just cut back to me, just sitting here talking. But that's how it goes. So in that way, the book was easier because I'm primarily like a writer. Like I write, and then everything else happens after. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a long process writing the book. I mean, like, it took me 20 years, but I had to kind of live it first. So
yeah,
sure.
And it is very well written. I mean, some of the happenstance and stuff that you have in your book, it's just some of those. Yeah, it's crazy, man.
I want to get a physical copy for the shelf because I did the same thing Randy did, used Audible, but the book itself has a ton of pictures and illustrations in there that you're robbed of when you do the audiobook. So
yeah, you're right.
That's something I'm going to have to definitely get on the shelf over here. You've mentioned just now how long you've been working on that film or that book, excuse me, over 20 years, so far back that you even have drafts on floppy disks. So
yeah, that's right.
I'm curious then what it is that recently made you say now's the time. Why now? Why not 5 years ago? Why not 5 years from now? What was it about now?
It's a good question. I think it was just the more I waited, the more stories there were to add to it. Because when I was in college, that was the first time where I thought of excuse me. I'm recovering from a sickness.
Hey, if you need to take a quick break and like blow your nose or cough or do whatever, man.
I just feel like I was pretty good, but then I just felt like the congestion coming back again, and I'm like, oh man, I'm just sitting here hydrating.
You're fine. Do what you got to do, man.
Yeah. No, better than I was yesterday. Yesterday, my voice was like all gravelly.
Ooh,
but it's like it's just one of those things that happens like once or twice a year. You just have like a week or two where you're just sick, and it's like nothing you could do but just get through it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but so in college was the first time where I thought about like these experiences I just had would be good to put down in a book. And then I got busy with graduating college. Then I got busy with my job, busy doing web videos, and then busy making the AVGN movie, and busy raising children. And then finally in like 2018, I was like, you know what? Full steam ahead. Let's finish this book. Now's a good time. Especially since I think the big catalyst with finishing it was when my second daughter was born, because once that happened, we know that we're only having two. Right. So now that both of them have been born and they both can make it into the book, I feel like now it's like, okay, I can write this down now, where I feel like even though there's plenty of life left to live, it's still like, this is a good spot to maybe put it all down. And then maybe in another 20 years, I'll do another.
Yeah.
But it was a long process. And there was lots of things that helped me write it too, because there was like a lot of recordings. Like Exhibit A was my mom's writings. She had a journal when I was a baby. Mm-hmm. Exhibit B was the doctor's writings. Excuse me.
You're fine, man. We're not going to take up much more of your time. We'll get you a decongestant.
Right, yeah. Oh, that's okay. No, I was like, I guess my throat's not used to talking for this much. But
sorry.
No, that's okay. No, that's all right. At least I'm in writing phase right now. I'm writing a nerd video this week. So as long as I'm better by next week to record it, I'll be good. But
gotcha.
I think I will. And then of course, Exhibit C was like all the video recordings. So there's all these home videos and things like that. Exhibit D, all those floppy disks. Right. There's like certain journal entries I would write, or just like if I have a bad day in high school, I come down, I was being bullied or whatever, I'd write these angry little journal entries, and then class essays also. Like sometimes there would be like one time a teacher actually had an assignment to write an autobio, and this would have been like I was only like 16 or 17 at this time. I never really wrote anything about myself, but I just poured it all out and talked about, like wanting to make films and all that kind of stuff. And the teacher loved it. Like I'll never forget her response. Like she was just like, "This is great. This is amazing." And that encouraged me a lot. So I never thought about writing anything about myself until then. And then also like all the writings and things I had in college. So all that stuff out there was like good recordings to keep for memory. And it was good for taking all these sources and just adapting it into making like a full chronology in the book.
That makes sense. As far, time placement, waiting for your second daughter to be born. It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. And you don't really know in advance how all those things are going to go. But it seemed like a good time then.
Sure.
And then the last delay was just publishing it. It was like, okay, well now it's done, but how do we publish it? What do we do? What's the best way to go about this? Because I'm used to posting videos. I do it all the time, but publishing a book was something I never did before.
Right.
So then COVID happened, and then it just delayed everything more. And then more stuff happened, and I was like, well, you know what? I should probably write about that and Rex Viper, and add a couple chapters at the end, and then finally last year we finally published it.
You mentioned your daughters, and I've got 2 kids of my own, and they're starting to get to the ages of, I'm sharing stuff with from my childhood with them. I actually just kicked my son's ass at Goldeneye last weekend. But I was curious, with your daughters, has there been anything that you've been really excited to like share with them as far as like movies, video games, toys, anything from your childhood that you've been able to kind of share that with?
Oh yeah, like all the time. Lots of stuff. I'm trying to think of what example, but I mean the video games are big. I mean, like it goes to show. I mean, everybody loves video games. It seems it's like it's a pretty easy win usually. But they're really big on like a lot of the same stuff like the Mario games and all that. Recently, me and my youngest daughter have been playing Final Fantasy 3 on Super Nintendo.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
I'm at the very end. I'm having so much trouble beating Kefka. I can't fucking do it. But she's so into it where she keeps being like, use the imp spell. Use imp.
She's helping you through it.
Like, like I'm trying to concentrate. I'm trying to like pick, which attack I'm going to use and everything. And she's like telling me like what to do and like what spell to use and everything. And it's funny.
That's awesome. Into it.
Yeah. Oh, whenever you beat the battle, the characters all do that like victory dance. Yeah. He runs up to the TV and does that.
Oh, that's awesome. That sounds like my daughter.
That's adorable.
Yeah.
Well, I want to encourage everyone listening to head over to Amazon or on Kindle or wherever you get your audiobooks. Check out A Movie Making Nerd, the autobiography by James Rolfe. You will not regret it. It was a great read. And James, just thank you so much for taking time to be here, man. It's always a pleasure having you on the show. Hope you had a good time.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Randy, what do we have on the website, sir?
Go to cannedairpodcast.com, check out past episodes, our celebrities we've had on, our special guests, and if you're interested in having your work featured on our show, send us a message on our contact page.
And you can once again find us on Twitter at CannedAirPod and on Instagram at canned_air and at cannedairpodcast.com. Just like Randy was saying, we have a merch page and we have a Patreon page where for a little bit of your money you can support us and get something in return. And I think, unless there was anything else... Are we good?
We're good.
I think that's going to do it for this week. So until next time, I am Jeremy Colley.
I'm Randy Hardenbrook.
And James Rolfe.
Thanks so much for listening and be excellent to each other.